Welcome back, everybody. I have 3 lots to go over today that are from auctions. This one is from somewhere overseas. I want to say it's UK, but I'll have to check. It was just something I had to have because I'd never seen it before. This package is actually from August of 25. It's currently February of 26. And then I did have to open this package. It's full of snap-on screwdrivers because I needed one out of it, so I had to pull one out of it. But I haven't, obviously, not gone through the rest as they're all wrapped up yet. Let's take a look. Going to start with this package. I had to go back and look at my orders to see what it was. It should be a lot of snap-on tools. I paid $139 to the door. I don't recall there being a timing light in here, but I think I was looking at the right listing. Maybe there was. Who knows? Well, I'm going to start off with something I don't know. Hopefully somebody out there can help. Never seen these before. There's 4 of them. They all have the snap-on stamp. So they're snap-on, they're stamped with different sizes. I see like 3/8, 7/16, and so on. On one side, they just have what looks to be a round hole. And on the other side, it's like an 8-point opening. I didn't count it, but I think that's an 8-point double square. They're all marked. They even all have their own part number. Never seen anything like that before. Next up, we have a 7/16 combination wrench. Little bit of a modification or something going on there. We have a number of 12-point 3/8 drive swivels. There's 5 here. I think that one says 11/16, 3/4, 1/2 inch, 5/8, and a 7/16. So I had one 6-point 3/8 drive, and that's a 3/8. Have a few 1/2 inch drive deep impacts. 7/8, 13/16, and the 3/4 19 millimeter. And then there was this 19x21 lug nut socket or flip socket. Does not have the little extension, but that's okay. Any extension will work pretty much. Well, technically it's supposed to be impact rated, but sometimes we break the rules. There was one other swivel. It's a 1/2 inch drive, 11/16, 6-point. I honestly thought when I first saw this, it was going to be a Craftsman, because it looks a lot like one of the Craftsmans I've had before, but it actually is a snap-on, a GA169. Still got a really good blade in it. That MB might be shallow enough that it could be sanded out and polished. Cool piece. Also had this 1/2 inch drive 9/16 double square. There was one 6-point. It's a 3/4. It's a TW241-S. That I in there, I think is going to be, I can't remember if it's the 40s or 50s. I think it's a 50s. But I noticed something when I first picked this up. I'm like, man, that's a really deep socket. Because if we compare it to this is an 1 1/8 inch, so it's a much bigger socket. But depth-wise, this one is taller here. And a lot of times as they get bigger, they get taller. So I wonder what a 3/4 is in like a SW series. Just seems kind of tall for, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know if they had mid-depth sockets back in the day, back that far in the day. But it just seems deep for a shallow. There was one ratchet in here. That's the 3/8 drive. This is the FV71. I don't know. Some people might call this like a flat handle. Sounds pretty good in both directions. That's good. A little cleanup. It'd be a pretty nice little ratchet. There was also this SX5. It's a 1/2 inch drive extension. Obviously, you already saw the timing lights. This is an MT212A. I'll probably test it out one day. Everything looks to be in pretty good condition. The cord looks to be in pretty good condition, so probably pretty good chance it's still working. Although the one I have has the advanced knob on it, and I kind of like that one better. A few puller pieces in here. This is for the 2-jaw puller. So it has the screw, and then I don't know what they're calling this piece, yoke, some sort of bar. I'm not sure. And then there was one here that's a little more complete. It's got the screw, two of the jaws, the yoke. So still have plenty of other parts that would go with it, but at least you could pull something with it. Here's an old disc brake tool. I think it's for the spring. Well, it's a multi-tool, so it does a few things, but it's a 131, and it actually has like a little vacuum grip handle on it. And then the last piece out of this box is going to be a speed wrench or speeder handle, whatever you want to call it. This looks like an old one. Yeah, it's a F4L. See if I can find a date code. There's the date code, the 0. That might be like a 1960. Kind of wanted to save this part for last, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and do the screwdrivers. It's actually not all just screwdrivers. There's a number of different things in here. It's mostly screwdrivers, though. First item up is a TM4A. This is a brake tool. I think it's for brake springs. This handle actually comes out of here because it's double-sided, but it's stuck on there, so I'm not going to force it off right now. But then it actually acts as a spinner handle because it just has a 1/4-inch drive on the end. And then we also have this 9/32 nut driver. It needs to be cleaned up. And we have a number of these, I guess they call them electronic screwdrivers. It's a very short little flat tip. Looks like was used as a pry bar, even though I think it probably says don't use it as a pry bar right there. Looks like they had a pretty tough screw or a pry bar situation. There's also another one here. This one has a really small tip. I would say it's maybe 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch. And then I believe this is the last one, and this tip isn't much bigger. This one's also met a tough screw because that thing is twisted. Could probably be straightened out. This is a neat piece. This is a SSDM80B. I don't know if it sounds like there's a couple tips in here. Still has the cap on, so that's nice. Well, a couple rusty tips in there. Wonder why they're so rusty. Man, they've been rusting for a while. There's like powder coming off of them. And this is I'm gonna guess an 8-inch shank, 1/4-inch drive, hex driver, magnetic, I'm sure. Then we have this trim panel remover. I believe it would be a 177. Handy little tool. Got like a 3-inch flat tip. One actually says 2, SSD2. And then I have an SSD8, which is going to be an 8-inch shank. I don't see any owner's markings on these tools so far, so that's nice. Next up, we have an 11/32 nut driver that looks to be in really good condition. It's got the insulated shank and a surprisingly unmolested CP3B, which is I believe, a cotter pin puller. Usually the tips are broken off and these are all worn out. Looks like they bought this one and never used it. So, or barely used it anyway. Here's kind of a neat one. It's another one of these hex bit drivers. Magnetic tip again, I'm sure. This one has the octo grip. Oh, we are missing the cap on that one, but this one has, I don't think it's spelled out as the octo grip on the handle, but I think this is like the octo grip handle. It's an older Snap-on logo. It says Magnatip. There's the patent numbers. You could probably look up how old that is, but yeah, this one I don't see too often. You can get caps for these. I think you can get them from Snap-on for like 10 bucks a piece. Although if you order them online, they probably charge you twice as much for shipping. Here's an SSD6 flat tip, older handle. And we have an SSD4 flat tip with the older handle. Next up is a 1/2-inch insulated nut driver. Pretty good condition again. A very worn SPB24, I think that says. So it's going to be a 24-inch long pry bar. I think that the end has probably been reground a little bit, but No, it's still pretty much all there. I have a very long number 2 Phillips. I think the number is SSDP, maybe 162. So that's going to be a 16-inch long shank. Then we have a number 3 Phillips with a 6-inch shank. Another one of the 1/4-inch drive magnetic, missing the cap again. This is probably newer than the Octo Grip, but one of the older ones. I feel like I should just order about 20 of the little caps, and that way the shipping would make sense, because I probably find 10 of these a year that either have a broken cap or a missing cap. This one's a 5 ASA, which I do think is a scratch awl, or just an awl. I don't know what they call it. This tip, I think, has been ground a little bit, but still pretty good. This is another style of trim panel remover. It's a very short one. It's A16A, and I thought it had like a melt mark at first, like they set it on something hot. But this is like above and beyond the handle, almost like something melted on top of this and stuck to it. It's not chipping off, so I don't know, maybe it's a big gob of some sort of epoxy or something. I'm not sure, but it's on there. Here's a neat one. It's a number 2, and this is one of the triangle handles, tri-wing. I'm not sure if they're called tri-wing, triangle handle. STDP 42. And we have a number 2, an older number 2 handle. Next up is our first Torx screwdriver. It's a T20, pretty nice condition. And we do have a set of stubbies in here, both flat and Phillips. Also have this gasket scraper. I think it's been reground a little bit, but quite a bit of life left in this one. Another one of these spring tools. This one's in pretty good shape. A lot of times these are rusty and crusted. Does have some initials on it, but no big deal. Also have this clutch head screwdriver. And this one is Octo Grip. It's marked Octo Grip, if I can find it. There it is. So if I compare it to this other one, yeah, they're not identical. I mean, there's some subtle differences in the two style of handles. So maybe this other one was never considered Octo Grip. I must have missed one of the electronic screwdrivers. This is another one that has a very small, maybe 1/8 inch blade on it. And then the last one up out of this lot is a very long cabinet screwdriver, about a 1/4 inch wide tip. This is an SSD 4160, and I don't think by that, unless it's the 16, maybe is the shank. Maybe that's about how long it is. So yeah, I'd imagine that's a 16-inch shank on there. So what's in here, and why did I pay $40 to have this tiny package shipped to me? It's something I'd never seen, and it's something I could not find any information on. And I'm not necessarily talking about this first wrench. It's a 1/4 inch by 5/16 box wrench. This is another box wrench. It's a 5/16 W by 3/8 W, blue point, offset. Of course, that means Whitworth, or British Standard, I guess. So these are not too common, but that's not the reason why I bought this lot. But this is the reason why I bought this lot. These are made by Blue Point. Now, I have seen this style wrench before. I don't know if you call this like an elbow wrench, elbow box wrench. I'm not sure of the correct name. And I have seen this style wrench before. I know that Craftsman carried some. I think theirs were made by, is it Facom or Facom, or I don't know the exact pronunciation, but, and these might be made there too. I don't know. We know Blue Point was usually hired out. I just noticed that this ends a 6-point and this one's a 12-point. And of course, this is like a through wrench. So yeah, I've seen wrenches like this before. I've never seen a Blue Point wrench like this before. It doesn't say where it was made. It just has the part number. I checked every one of these part numbers. I've checked it on just Google. I've checked it on eBay. I've checked it on WorthPoint. Nowhere could I find a single place that showed these wrenches. So I figured the Blue Point ones must be hard to get. That's why I decided to buy this lot. So that first one was a 18 millimeter. This is a 17 millimeter. Also have a 16 millimeter. And then the last one up is an 11 millimeter. So I basically paid, well, I paid about $80, $85 for that lot. Basically just to get these. Although it is nice to have a Whitworth wrench. And these little box wrenches are always nice to have. So not a real big haul today, but definitely some good stuff in there. And that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.